Jasmine, the way the film handles time travel is so great, especially with how it's explained. There's no plot holes or anything, and your character is really at the forefront of the future's last stand. What did it mean for you to play such a key role and such a powerful woman? You're in action scenes kicking ass.
Yeah, it was incredible. A dream, to be honest, to be able to play this Black woman who's standing in her power and like commanding people who are, 50, 60 years older than her, and having this responsibility of drafting people in order to save the world. It was not something that I took lightly. And it was also, as much as a badass that Lieutenant Hart is, she was also very cognizant of realizing that she was sending people into the future to be slaughtered. And it was important for her to carry that with her as well, I think. So there's an emotional component that comes with being Lieutenant Hart.
Keith, you got to work with so many, great actors. It's really an ensemble of talent here in the Tomorrow War, and it seemed like everybody, it seemed like a really fun film to make. How was the chemistry on set?
The chemistry was good. I've always, going into it, you see all these big names on paper, and it's just like I just want to go and do my job and make sure I'm, adding to the film any way possible. So going into it, it's just like, I'm still up and coming. I'm still learning, and I just wanted to make everyone's job easier. But it's fun. It's a great feeling, and it's just cool to know that you could belong in the world and in this setting. One with these amazing actors, but just also like, okay, I belong here. I could play this character. I could make it believable, and I could show people like, oh, I could deliver this action world that you want. And I thought that was, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you.
Definitely did. And Jasmine, there's so much action in Tomorrow War, but as you're alluding to, there's a lot of heart in the film, and there's a really great theme of family and redemption inside it. How cool is it to be involved with an action flick that also has a really positive message to it?
Oh man, it's fantastic, to be honest. And very rarely in an action film are you going ooh and oh my god, and you're scared at the same time. There's so many different elements in this, but one thing that I really took away from this film was that you have these everyday people who are coming together for one purpose, and everybody has their part to play in order to save the world. So it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, you can change the world for the better. And this film shows that in a beautiful and incredible way. So I really admire that about the film as well.
And Keith, you talked about, you got to hold your own with, so many big names and such. And, the action scenes look so great in the film, and the aliens look so cool. What was like your favorite action scene that you filmed?
Just the scene in the nest was really cool. It was a lot going on. And yeah, we had like a lot of stuntmen when we were shooting those scenes. And I remember one who had to literally, he was getting choked in the scene. So he had to like fly across the top of the set, getting choked. And then like one guy had to fly out with flames behind him. It was, yeah, that was fun to shoot. That was crazy. And it was like, I remember growing up just going to like amusement parks, like Universal Studios, and seeing like them show live sets. And that's what it reminded me of. I remember being a kid seeing that and just being in the set doing it and feeling the fire when they would turn on the fire and stuff. I was like, oh, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is amazing.
Yeah, they really pay off. And Jasmine, you talked a little bit about that theme of unity. What do you really hope that people, take away from this film?
That there is a world that exists that is free of racism and sexism, and where men and women can hold power at the same time, or that there's being some sort of egoic power structure involved. I hope that it doesn't take an alien invasion for us to get there, but that world can exist.
Very true. And Keith, my last question here, was there any great advice you received on set from any of the more veteran actors?
Not like specific advice like to me, but I just took from like Yvonne and Chris on set, just watching them more so. And Chris McKay, our director, one thing, just him just wanting us to bring our us personally into the character. that really showed me in that him doing that in that world really showed me like, okay, I could really be me as an actor in a lot of these roles. I could bring me more and not have to worry about playing something how I think it should be played. And I think that's really helped me since shooting the Tomorrow War. But just like Chris being a leader on set, Yvonne being so positive, being a leader on set, knowing that she has a lot of heavy scenes to work on. You know, some actors, and it's totally fine. That's the way they work. They want to be apart from people when they got to do heavy stuff. When I feel that, because you want to, you know, get into the right mental space. But it was crazy how Yvonne could just be chilling, kicking it with you, and then go do something heavy. I thought that was really cool. But I just love how Chris just makes everyone laugh on set, and he just remembers everybody and shows everyone so much love. And I was just like, okay, that's what it takes. Like, that's the way to carry yourself as a number one on the call sheet.